Hey guys, this reading is going to be for the sign of Taurus for May 2024. Keep in mind that these are just general readings and they will not resonate with all of you. Only keep the messages that resonate and discard the rest. This will be for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, also cross watchers. And my readings are all timeless, so regardless of when you hear the reading, regardless of the timestamp, it's when it's right for you. Alright, let's see what's going on with my Taurus gang. I'm still feeling a little off, guys. It has to be Mercury retrograde because I'm like stumbling through this intro. And I still feel like I want to do it again. And usually when I started reading, guys, I just like go right through. I don't have to like do my intro more than once. And if I do make a mistake, I just keep going. But right now I'm feeling like I want to do it again. But I'm not. Let's see. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about today. I'm feeling really mellow right now, so probably that's you guys' energy. Feeling really chill, really mellow. Like a dog laying in the sun. Or a bull. Okay, so there's something that you've been... I'm feeling like you're trying to hold a lot of things up in the air, like a lot of I'm hearing dreams, fantasies, things you want to do. Like there's a lot of things that you have like in mind that you want to do. Like you're juggling a lot of things. I feel like you're starting to think about what you're going to do with your life. Like you want to find I feel like a career change or trying to find a different path. I'm feeling like these cards coming out right here are talking about how I'm getting different storyline, guys, but I'm getting this storyline about how relationships, and I'm going to put this down because I'm getting the urge to pick these up for you guys. I'm getting a story from these cards that you feel like your love life has set you back a lot in this lifetime. You feel like all the energy that you wasted on trying to find a soulmate or being with a soulmate always made you feel unloved, unwanted, and that feeling kind of like colored your life, because you couldn't find the partner for you, or when you did find a partner that you were compatible with, they never like gave you what you deserved. It feels like for a long time you were in some kind of scarcity mindset, probably taking whatever you could get, like in a relationship place. There was like I'm hearing a storyline about how because your self-esteem was so low because you couldn't find the right person for you, you felt like there had to be something wrong with you. So there's like a lot of things that you probably left behind, and I'm hearing eclipse. So I'm hearing that you guys are purging a lot of those thoughts, a lot of those thoughts of not being good enough for anyone, or feeling like you won't find the right person for you because something must be wrong with you because it's been too long. You've never been with anybody. You've never had a closeness with someone in a way where your love was like a equal give and take. I feel like you were always giving more, trying to prove yourself, always trying just a little bit harder. And I'm feeling like this kind of love, you don't trust that anymore, right? You feel exactly how this card is talking about. You've left this behind. You've kind of given up on it. For those Tauruses that are resonating with this, I feel like you guys are not dating anymore. You are so busy. You have so many like balls in the air that this is just something that I'm healing. I'm here. I heard you're healing, or this is like the part of the journey which was probably the hardest for you. I'm hearing that a lot of you have been single for like a really long time because of all the relationships that you've been through, and not just relationships, guys, not just love relationships. I'm hearing like friendships that betrayed you. I don't know. I'm hearing like things about how you always thought the best of people. You thought people were so good because you're innately good. You thought people were like you. So, and that's a good thing, Taurus, because if you could never imagine doing those kind of things to people, that means that you're not like that. That's why you don't think about things like that. But on the other side of the coin, there's the fact that you would never do that, so you think nobody else would do that. And I feel like that's a big one with your relationships, whether love or friendship. You always, it was just always really unbalanced, right? And now you've left that behind. It was something that was just tying you down. And they're talking about this a lot, guys. Like the clips, there's like some kind of a cycle that you left behind, like your self-worth. I feel like a lot of you had like some kind of epiphany, like you realize that the people that you picked before were out of desperation, or not necessarily desperations. I'm getting like a lot of words in my head, guys. Like I'm getting a lot of like pictures too about being the last. There's a saying we have in Spanish, like being the last Coke in the desert, la última Coca-Cola del desierto. Like I feel like you treated relationships like that. Like anytime someone came along, you were so grateful. Not grateful, I don't even know what the word is, because I'm just getting so many pictures and I have to figure out what the pictures mean, right? Not that you were grateful, but you would take what you could get. It like, it's repeating again about that scarcity mindset. So I'm feeling like you had some kind of epiphany to where you picked the right people, not the right people, excuse me, the wrong people, because you thought that that's all you could get, that was the best you were going to get, some of you, or that that's what you deserved, or you accepted how they were to you because you thought that that's all you deserved or all you could get. And I'm just going to repeat it again because I keep saying it again. It was a scarcity mindset, and you've closed the door to those kind of relationships. You're not going to go back to those kind of people. You don't trust that kind of dynamic anymore. You're going to have like some kind of paradigm shift where the next like romantic partner or lover or friend is just going to be like all kinds of different boundaries. I feel like you've grown so much with the last couple of years. I hear that a lot of you have been like really, really single as a Pringle, and you weren't really interested. And I think that for a lot of you, like you guys stopped like being with a romantic partner altogether, like probably a year or more, or a year and a half that you haven't been with anyone. And I feel like that was a lot of time that you needed to yourself to purge out these past habits, these past relationships that just colored your life over and over, and just it was like you needed to do this purge in order for you to be able to attract something better, if that's what you want, right? Because it's going to be different for Tauruses. It could be friendships as well. It could be that you were always having friendships, circle of friends that you would go into, and then they would backstab you or they would use you. It's just, I'm hearing a lot of things about people gossiping about you, talking behind your back, just a lot of, and exactly, right? The Six of Swords is coming out right here, right next to gossip and asking about you. So those are the kind of relationships that you're moving away from, for those people that this is a friendship, right? Or a friendship circle. And thank you so much for confirming, Spirit. Right. And they're just ties that were really toxic. And I feel like you've learned like a big, huge lesson. I think even with a friendship for some of you, I feel like the last round of friendships, the last cycle that you had was pretty toxic. And I think it was like the last go around. It was like the last time that you let people do that to you. And it's going to be a different story for all of you, but I'm hearing backstabbing, cheating, betraying you, telling your secrets. They were never your friend. They got close to you to get something from you. And I feel like you, Taurus, you're just such a bright light. You're just such a kind heart, and you just like listen to people, and people like that. They like the attention. They like your light. You know, they like having your attention and your advice and someone just to pay attention to them. And since you were willing to pay attention to these people, whether they be a relationship or a friendship, they stuck around you to feed off your energy, you know, to feed off your attention, whether they were bored or they didn't have anybody to talk to, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And the story keeps repeating itself that you always associated with people that were not good friends. And it wasn't because you're not a good person, it's because I'm getting that thing again about the scarcity of you felt that that's all you deserved. I'm starting to hear things about patterns about childhood, about how you were treated by your family, how you're supposed to be a people pleaser because that's how you were raised. And I'm also hearing something about like you come from a different culture, and in your culture you think about the collective and not about the self. And I think that spirit is leading you more to thinking about yourself rather than other people. I feel like in this lifetime you've completed that cycle where you were giving to others. I think it's time to pour that love and attention into yourself, and I think that that's what Taurus has been doing. So good for you guys. That's awesome. I love that for you guys. Let me see. And if this is your reading, guys, you'll know what I'm talking about. And the fact that you've been alone for a while, just learning lessons, purging, a lot of difficult things. I feel like you've been crying a lot, suffering a lot. Just, you know, for some of you, these were people that you really loved. For some of you, there was family members that you had to cut ties. Excuse me. That's what I meant to say. It was like family members that you needed to cut tie with. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I'm getting so tongue tied. It was family members or people that you really loved that were really close to you. For some of you, it could have been your parents. Whatever this cycle that you're purging, that's ending. For some of you have like some kind of a no contact with family or friends. So, and like I mentioned before, it's going to be different for a lot of you, but it has a lot to do with relationships and how you're going to have like a huge overhaul. And you just, right now you're just so busy, you just can't focus on these things anymore. It's like it's finally over. You finally learned your lesson. Oh man, and that's a lot, guys, because Taurus, man, we hard-headed, and I think it's a very important lesson. And you know, now you're just so at peace, Taurus, that anybody to come into your life, you're like, no, you're disturbing my peace. Get the F out of here, right? So, all right, let's see what else we got, guys. Exactly. You're leveling up to a different phase, and everything is working out as it needs to be, because I'm hearing that some of you feel like you're too old to ever find your perfect match, or your youth has passed you by, or you just feel like you're past your prime for some of you. And it could be a different age for all of you, right? So you feel like if you haven't found the one by now, that it's not going to be, that it's just not going to happen for you. And you feel like once you let that go, that I need to be with someone, that's how it's supposed to go. I think that once you let that go and realize that it was okay to be by yourself, excuse me, I think that a lot of resistance just faded away, and the more you accepted that it was okay to be alone, the more you've just like changed your, once again, I'm hearing the paradigm. You've changed your paradigm, you've changed your boundaries, and this was all exactly how it was supposed to happen, right? With the divine timing right there. You just, I'm hearing it again, you've overhauled, like you've like redone your soul, or I just hear like a lot of suffering, a lot of crying, a lot of lessons that you've learned, Taurus, and your Empress era is almost here. For those of you that doubted that completing these lessons were going to level you up, you will be rewarded because you've let go of the kind of relationships you had before, right? Because before, and this is exactly what I've been seeing. I've been seeing like wasteful relationships, just relationships that never, I don't know, it's like Taurus was in, half out kind of deal, kind of relationships, like situationships. And you don't want that anymore. You want something stable, you want something real, and you feel like if you can't get 100% what you want, you're not going to go back to this either. This is what you want. If you're meant to be with someone, good. If you're not meant to be with someone, that's okay too. You'll still have a happy home and a happy life, right? So I think, and it's coming up again about how you let that go. I feel like for a long time, Taurus, you were trying to find the one and trying to make it work with whoever came along because of that mindset that we talked about before, right? About the scarcity, right? And I think for now, this is still on pause, right? The 10 of Cups that's coming your way, it's still on pause. I feel like Taurus is still like in a cocoon, not trying to go out or associate with anyone. I feel like for those of you that do want to find love or new friends or a new circle of friends, for those of you that had those fallouts with big groups of friends, I feel like it's almost time for you to start going out into different circles. I'm hearing like clubs or hobbies, dance class, painting. For those of you that are looking for love, speed dating, or going to more like events, volunteering. I don't know. I feel like some of you are going to meet someone very special in the most unexpected way, and it could be a new friend or it could be a new lover, you know. It just depends on what you guys want. But I feel that it's very close and it is almost time, like this is saying. Oh, sorry, this is crooked, guys. And I do feel like this is saying that it's almost time. You're almost completely healed and purged from these wasteful bonds from the past, and it's almost going to be time, like the universe is going to kick you in the butt for you to get out the door, like to go associate with people again. I hear like you've been in hermit mode long enough, Taurus. It's time to go out, and I see you like coming out of the house and your eyes singing because the sun is so bright. You just haven't been out in so long. You know, I'm getting like all those messages about how, sorry guys, because I'm still feeling that chill feeling, right? We're like in such a peaceful place right now, and because I feel it too, guys, right? We're in such a peaceful place when it comes to our relationship sector of our life, and that's usually not the case, right? But we're at peace right now, and I think that the more peaceful we come and the more accepting what shall be, very, very hands off, very don't try to control it. And I know we were not that great at that, right? But I feel like that's a big lesson that Taurus has learned recently, to let the reins go, and for the universe to come in and do its thing, which it's going to, guys. It's almost time, right? Right here, divine intervention, divine timing, right? It looks like I'm feeling like a lot of you are gonna bump into someone. I'm hearing it again, someone very special. Let me go ahead and close out the reading because it keeps talking about the same thing over and over. That you've moved on, that you've purged. So let me see if Spirit still has something else to say, then I'll probably draw out another line. But If not, then I'm gonna get one more card and close out the reading. Okay, guys. I love that for us because it has been difficult, and I resonate with this about the friend thing, and it does color everything, guys. Your whole relationship sector is not just about relationships. It's lovers. It's also like bosses, co-workers, you know, whatever falls into a relationship. And it is sad, and I'm probably gonna take out a lot of line because I don't want to close it with that. I feel like you feel like you can't make friends anymore, or you can't trust people. um I'm hearing this story about some kind of relationship in your life that kept you like not necessarily tied up. um I'm hearing a story about a low vibe like air sign that kept you like stuck. Because they didn't want you, but they didn't want you with anyone else. I feel like you're still grieving that loss. For those of you that are still healing, because with the 3 of Cups here and the it's time card here, I feel like your time is almost up of this grieving process. For those of you that are still in the grieving process over this relationship, this, and you guys probably had this relationship a long time ago, and it's some kind of pattern relationship that you had. Something about should I stay or should, and I'm hearing the song in my head, should I stay or should I go? So it was some kind of a merry-go-round relationship that you had with like an air sign. And like I said, guys, it could be romantic or platonic, you know, it could just be a friendship. Somebody was like keeping you trapped or just tied up because they also couldn't decide. I feel like you were not necessarily their main person, but you were very close to being a main person because there was like somebody else or other people involved, other potential partners for whoever this person was. It was like this person had like a roster of people, and he was always, even though, because I'm hearing both. I'm hearing that you were the main chick and you were not. It's like they would put you in the main chick role, and if you did something that made them feel like you couldn't be a main chick. And you know what, I don't know what that means, guys, but this person had some kind of like rules and regulations. I don't even know what that means, guys. You guys only know. They had like a list of rules and regulation of how a person should act if they were with them. Like they feel like the person that they're with is an extension of them, and it had to reflect them. I don't know. This person sounds like really, really strict and really like very concerned about like outward appearances. So this person is like very ambitious to get the perfect partner, to get the perfect person for them, but also the perfect person that will help them move ahead. And they always thought that you were like the main person, but like I said, this person has some kind of an issue with intimacy as well. How funny and not coincidental. Anyways, so this person, I'm hearing the storyline that they had like very big commitment issues, and they couldn't, I don't know, it was like a back and forth thing. And then I'm hearing that song again, should I stay or should I go? It's like this person couldn't decide on you. It's like they had so many choices that they could never decide on you. But I feel like they would put you in the main chick role or the main person role, and then if you would do something that would upset them, they would like punish you or demote you, I heard, and start treating you weird or like bad. And I feel like that's that relationship that you're and they hadn't talked about that before, but I feel like this is what you're healing from, right? It was just something. I feel like you have a lot of regrets now about how much time you wasted with this person, how much you don't. I'm hearing something about forgiveness, and not forgiveness for this person, forgiveness for yourself, because I'm hearing you blame yourself a lot. Like, how could I have let that person do that to me? How could I have not seen it? And you know what, Taurus, those lessons were there for a reason. And I know that with this person that you went around in a circle, break up to make up, I feel like, and I'm getting the same storyline, guys, again in my head, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. Maybe it'll hit home with some of you. Sometimes that's why they make me repeat, the messages, because they want to make sure that you guys hear the message. They feel like you were just going around and around in circles with this person, and you couldn't get out of it. So you don't understand now that you're just blaming yourself a lot, Taurus, and you shouldn't, because like I said, these lessons were there for a reason. And I think that you should be so proud of yourself that you got out of out of these person's clutches. I feel like they had you going in circles for years and years. You thought this person was the person for you. I'm just getting a lot of storylines about how this was your dream partner, your dream person. So everything that you've been through, Taurus, is rooted in whatever this person did to you. There's some kind of a treatment that this person was showing you. They were like treating you a certain way, and I feel like it's a pattern. That pattern of the scarcity. They would even like validate that need in you. They would like make it seem like you needed to win their love, or it wasn't good enough, or you needed to impress them. It was this person. Ugh, I don't like their energy, guys. But yeah, they were never satisfied either with what you had to offer. They were always looking for the better, bigger deal. Like the grass is always greener on the other side. I feel like that's why this person would like knock you off the main person pole. Alright. Yeah, so Spirit just wanted to like let you guys know that if this is the relationship that you had, you weren't crazy. This person did care about you, and they did want to be with you, but they also had like really serious like commitment issues. And I'm getting also some messages in my head, Taurus, that you were also afraid of commitment. I know you're gonna say like, no, I would have married them, this was the person for me. But no, I'm hearing that the minute this person would start like the minute that you weren't the chaser anymore, and they would start reciprocating your love, you would like sabotage. It was like a weird pattern dance that you guys were doing with each other. And I'm hearing like past love, past karmic. Yeah, so there was like a lot of lessons that you guys showed each other. So for all of you that feel like you can't forgive yourself because of everything that you let this person do to you, because you feel like you let them, you feel like you could have walked away at any time, that you wasted so much of your life. But no, Taurus, these were valuable lessons that you needed to learn this lifetime to level up. And I feel like the universe is like telling you you're almost there. You're almost to your Empress years. I love that. Your Empress phase. I hear Empress years, Empress era. I love that for you guys. All right. So let me go ahead and get one more card and close it out, because we're already at 30 minutes. But yeah, look at that, Taurus. You are a catch, right? So it's good that you see yourself clearer now. You see that, and you're turning away from this person. They taught you a lot of lessons, Taurus. They taught you a lot of lessons about self-worth, about not letting anybody do that to you again. And I'm getting that message in my head about that it was a pattern that was in your life, in all your relationships, not just with this person. So, all right. So let me go ahead and get one more. and close it out. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. All right, so what that card talks about, and I think it's a really good card to close the reading with, because it's talking about how this, and it's talking about that relationship again. It's saying that this person, the grass is greener and all that stuff, you also had that. You also had that. So you guys attracted each other. It was just a weird pattern, and I'm getting so many like examples in my head, and it was just like a push and pull. Like when you would want them, they wouldn't want you. When they would want you, you would run away. So it was a kind of a chaser um dynamic, chaser runner dynamic. I'm feeling like for some of you this might have been some kind of a karmic that you needed to learn lessons from, because I feel like it was so perpetual. For those of you that are resonating with me with the cards, sorry, with the storyline, I feel like it was something perpetual, and it healed that inside of you as well. And you know how they always say we attract what, you know, like attracts like. So this person was very similar to you. So the issues, like your core issues, were the same. And that's usually how it works with karmics or soulmates, that you guys have core issues inside of you that match, because you guys have to help each other level up and solve those issues between you. So that makes complete sense that both of you have now let that go. I hear that this person is also healing. They have also been single, but I feel like they're like still in a confused state. I don't think that they're getting better. They're like getting, they like got more lonely. They chose the not being with anybody ever route, I hear. They went the route where they're never going to take anyone serious after, I don't know, I feel like a lot of things happened to them after you and them stopped being with each other. um I feel like karma got this person really, really good. They got this person really, really good, and they also went through some difficult lessons, just like you, Taurus. So I know that doesn't make any of your pain or anything that you went through better, but they were matching your experiences because they were karmic. They were matching your experience. So any suffering that you were doing, Taurus, they were also suffering as well. But like I said, they chose to go a different route than the route that you're going to go on. You're going to go on a different road where you're going to end up picking better people for you because your self-worth has grown. And that's what this relationship, this person taught you. Your self-worth, what you're worth, and to never let anybody treat you like any less ever again by convincing you that you should take what you can get, right? And that's a big one, guys. And I'm glad that we learned that, because I resonate with that as well, guys. All right. Well, those are all the messages I have for my dear Tauruses. Thank you so much for coming today, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. I want to tell you guys that I feel so honored and so blessed to be able to connect with so many of you. And thank you again so much for coming today. Talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.